Hey, what is up, guys? Annie's here, Guild Forever. Going to be doing a little brief review for RWBY Volume 3, Volume 3, Chapter 4. This was also a donation request episode from Griffin. Apologize for not getting as much RWBY, but again, I want to start binging series more often. That way I get more series done on my list before starting anything new. So I'm kind of on the grind to binge stuff out. That way I can just clean it off my plate and move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? So yeah. This was a great episode overall, though. We got to learn a little bit more about Crow, his backstory, what he does. Low-key, he kind of reminds me of Jiraiya. He's like that one perverted character in every anime, except he's kind of cool at the same time. I'd like to know more of his backstory on his team, the one that graduated Beacon. So I kind of want to learn more about that. It also sucks that well, it's not a big deal. Honestly, this episode really did make me appreciate Weiss as a character more. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, the more I watch Weiss, the more I'm starting to like her. Like, she's starting to slowly but surely become one of my favorite characters in the series. Like, before, I think RWBY was my number one. RWBY is like in my top 3, but I do know that Weiss is definitely above RWBY. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. I definitely like Blake too. I feel like between the 4 girls, if I were to pick my favorites in order and rank, number 1 would be Weiss as my number 1 favorite. Funny, because in the beginning of RWBY, I hated Weiss. I hated Weiss in the beginning of RWBY, but now she ends up being my top favorite character. This is why I say, guys, just because I dislike a character early on in the series doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay that way. I'm more than happy to eat my own words and enjoy a character that I previously disliked if they show me they're worth liking. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about Weiss. I definitely feel like she is well deserving as my number 1 favorite character. And like I said, number 2 is probably like RWBY, and then number 3 is Blake. But yeah, mostly Weiss has my attention. I'm not gonna lie to you. Weiss is the character that I look forward to see her growth. I look forward to seeing what can she do to help support this team more, as well as what she can do for herself. Cause I don't know if those of you know, but me personally, I actually ship heavy Weiss and RWBY. I know some people, but isn't that like, I don't care, dude. I don't care. They're probably like the best ship in the whole series. I do not ship Weiss with Neptune. I don't give a fudge what anyone says. Neptune doesn't deserve Weiss. I don't care. You can get mad at me all you want, but Neptune doesn't deserve Weiss. She deserves better. And I don't see Weiss with John at all. Like, honestly, there's really no chemistry. Unless later on they do show some actual chemistry. But the only person I see Weiss ever show her true self, and really, even though she tries to act tsundere about it, is RWBY. That's why me personally, I don't see Weiss ship with anyone but RWBY. Personally, this is my personal opinion. You can disagree to agree, or it doesn't matter. I'm not changing my mind unless I see Weiss genuinely connect with someone else other than RWBY. But I haven't seen that, except other than her sister. But you know, that's family, okay? Let's not cross that line. But yeah, Neptune, hell no, dude. F Neptune. He is a waste of time. No. And if Weiss, I understand why. Look, I know Weiss likes him, but it's clear to me that he doesn't appreciate Weiss. I can just tell by looking at this motherfudger. So I hope Weiss gets over him, and if she does, I'm proud of you, girl. All I gotta say. Other than that though, I definitely enjoy the relationship between Weiss and her sister. They definitely get along well. I can understand that myself, as me being an older sibling. I kind of understand where Winter is coming from. I understand how their relationship is. I really do. She can ease up a bit and not smack the girl behind and be like, man, you may be my older sister, but I swear to God, I'm a smack the everlasting older sibling out of you and make sure we are at eye level. But overall, yeah, she gave her really good advice. She's like, look, talk to father, kiss his ass, tell him you're sorry, and then see what you can talk about with him. But no, she decided to, like, I'm not gonna depend on old man's money. I'm gonna do things on my own. I'm gonna earn my own income, my own thing. I'm gonna handle this my own. I don't need my family's help. It's like she enjoys being around her sister, but she's not a huge fan of being around her father. I'm assuming her father is a very strict, controlling kind of persona. Again, not indefinite. It's just my theory going there. Right now, what I can't wait to see though is how Weiss is going to do in this tournament. I can't wait to see her fight. I honestly look forward very much to it. I'm sure she's gonna pull a win. Knowing best girl, she's gonna handle it. Like she's gonna win. And if she doesn't win, I'm going to be extremely salty. I'm not playing. I'm going to be salty if Weiss loses. I know, this is funny, coming from the guy that was trash talking her early on. I know, trust me, I know what you guys are thinking, but hear me out. I'm more than willing to eat my own words. That's the thing. I have no pride. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, because I'm not prideful. Again, sorry for the weird noises. Ice in my drink. Other than that, RIP for the ones that were trying to beat Emerald and whatever that other guy's name is. That was, like I said in my reaction, that was not a fight. That was a massacre. Like, bro, I've seen fights. I have. And that was not a fight. That was just a straight up, like, know the difference in strength pretty much. Like, you ain't nothing to us. Take the beating. Take the L. Keep it moving. Let's see who our next opponent is. It's just that simple. So, I feel bad for them. They were cool, but they just couldn't match up. Especially the guy. Dude, I low-key feel like he could have handled that fight by himself. Like, he needed nobody's help. Even though their strategy was clear from the beginning, divide and conquer, and they did that flawlessly, but really, did they really needed to handle each one individually for each opponent? Like, I feel like they didn't need to. I feel like one of them could have just stepped in, beat up both of them, and take the win. Like, they both didn't need to fight, honestly. Whether it was Emerald fighting or the other guy fighting. Either way, the win was in the bag. There was no way they were gonna lose. So hopefully Weiss and who else made it? It was Weiss and Yang, right? That's in the tournament. Hopefully they take them down. I have my faith in my girl Weiss. I know Yang is good, extremely good, but I honestly just want to see Weiss shine. I don't care. It's just my opinion. Anyway, guys, see you guys all in the next reaction. Peace. I'm out.